my name is Oleksandra. I'm from Lviv. It is a city on the western border of Ukraine, and fortunately, it's not at least 1,000 kilometers to the front line. So that's why I still live in Lviv, and a little bit can care about trees here. So my personal story about trees began in fact 10 years ago. Today we have the anniversary. And why the anniversary? Today, 10 years ago, occurred the event called the Revolution of Dignity. It was not in fact one day. It was the event when people of Ukraine came out to the main squares of their cities, and most in Kiev, and told that they will not integrate into union with Russia, but would like to integrate in European Union. That was the revolution of dignity when even we don't care what politics say, but the people decide. And sure, it was after there were a lot of terrible events, and also the occupation of Crimea and start of war. It was 10 years ago. It was not 2 years ago, as most people think, because maybe there was not so much attention from the world what was going on our eastern border. So people started to value much their anything around their country, their cities, and so on. And also, it was the time when there was a great change of legislation, because and also a lot of reconstructions of streets started that time. But these reconstructions were without with complete ignoring of trees. And the activists in Lviv decided that it's not right, and started to collect money to plant trees at the streets which were renovated recently or on the stage of renovation. Yes, and that was like for a few years until 2017, when we collected money to buy trees and to plant together. That was very good trees from nurseries, and we planted them in the streets. So when we won the Leipzig Charter Prize of Integrated Development as the initiative from Ukraine, we were asked by the city mayor to join the city council and to work for the city. And after our joining, trees became the part of the projects of reconstruction of trees and all the maintenance which were in Lviv. Another problem existed till 2019. That was tree topping. I think that even when I watch the pictures of Paris, for example, of 60s, I see some topping there, but it is not practiced for 50 years, maybe. Maybe some private practices, but not for city maintenance. But in Lviv and all over Ukraine, we have the legislation of maybe 80s years old, 1980s, when trees are completely ignored and maintained just for ununderstandable purposes, which, so it is already not up to date, but it is. We made a petition, and this petition to the city council collected votes, enough votes in several hours. That was the most successful petition which ever been in Lviv. And after, the city mayor asked us to make a presentation, what is not right, what is wrong with the tree pruning, with this topping. And I was the person who made this presentation. Why? Because I had a lot of books from all over the world about trees, because I planted trees, and also I began to be interested in trees. So I used these books and showed, and also a comics from France. So you can see on my presentation also this comics. We translated it into Ukrainian to show that this discussion exists even in other countries, and there is one opinion what is right for trees. So then I was asked by the city mayor to be the head of ecology department. It is like environmental department who is in charge of maintenance and trees and parks in Lviv. So, and for 3 years I was the head of this department. During these years we tried to change the management of trees in Lviv, and I believe that maybe we are not on the stage where European cities are concerning maintenance of trees and tree care, but sure we are not in 80s of 20th century as it is in our national legislation. And what is more, that our initiative about collection of money to plant trees was already not used, because trees became, as I mentioned, the part of the project and of reconstructions, and that's why we decided to make the initiative. But already city council initiatives is called "I want to plant a tree," and you know, even this in these 2 years, every season, several hundreds of people plant trees in Lviv. So we donate a lot for army forces, for medicine, for and so on. But still, we donate for trees, and that is really funny. A lot, and from our donators, there was 83 years old professor, well-known physics professor, and also there was a veteran, military veteran, who used wheelchair. So that's why we understand that trees are still needed, and we are trying now to improve our care of trees concerning the older trees. We still have a lot of them, but they are in bad conditions because of even we stopped topping of trees 5 years ago, but still there are a lot of trees which have low stabilization because they are injured by topping, terrible topping which was before. So really important for us was my acquaintance with Piotr Teshko-Khmylovets, who is a participant of the conference, and that was really a chance because he's like my window into the modern knowledge about arboriculture. So I thank so much Piotr, and we started to make studies and courses for inspection of trees and tree maintenance, tree care, tree pruning, and so on, and so, and prepared. Some projects are already launched. We also prepared several other projects. So it's really hard to think about trees in this time, though we understand that trees are it's like slow thing, because what are you doing today will affect in what you will see or you, or even not you already see in 30, 50 years. So also one citizen told me that in his young years, trees were, our city was so green, so wonderful, but now he see that it becomes less and less trees. And there is a reason for it, because after World War II, a lot of trees were planted. And in 80s, of 20th century, about 30, 40 years ago, it was the most high period of trees because they were young, they were green, and so on, and they were very stable. But in 90s and beginning of 21st century, the situation changed. So my aim is today to set the future of trees for the next years, because in fact my job and job of my colleagues will be seen in 30, 50 years. And also we need to preserve as many old trees as it is possible. So we renovate usually our streets like 50-50, 50% of trees survive, and we value them much, and 50 which are in worse condition are replaced. So thank you so much. So if there would be any questions, I will be happy to answer.